All right, ladies and gentlemen. So yesterday in class, we did our white colored pencil gradient and value scale. And if you forgot to label it in class, don't forget to do that now. Okay. And so that is our colored pencil. Now we're going to use our graphite pencils. So like I talked about in class, we have different hardnesses and softnesses of pencil. And it should say on the pencil a B or an H. So this is 6B. This one doesn't say, so I'll take that one out. This is 6H. This is 9B. And this is a number 2 pencil, which is an HB. So you're going to want to find a number 2 pencil. You're going to want to find your highest B pencil. So in your kit, you probably either got a 4, a 5, or a 6B, or maybe you got the 9B. Okay, but one high number B pencil, and then one high number H pencil. So this is a 6H. So you might have a 4H, a 5H, or a 6H. So you want those 3 pencils, and we're going to do some value scales right here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to label it. I'm just going to use my number 2 pencil to kind of draw my framework out. So this is going to be, instead of white colored pencil, this is going to be graphite. So write graphite up here. And then we're going to use our ruler. And again, we're going to make 2 boxes down here that are 1 1/4 inch. So on your ruler, make sure you have your inches side up, and you're going to find the 1 inch. And then you can notice that that's the 1/2 inch. It's the second shortest one. And then the next shortest one here in between the 1 inch and the 1/2 inch is the 1/4 inch. So down at the bottom, I'm going to draw a 1/4 inch line, or 1 1/4 inch line, excuse me. And I'll kind of put little tick marks there. That is 1 1/4 inches. I'll leave another space, and I'll draw a second one, 1 1/4 inches. Then I'm going to draw a 6-inch line from the bottom of that straight up. Try to get it straight, doesn't have to be perfect. And then another 6-inch line on the other side. To complete that box, I will draw that top box there. We're going to go here again, 6 inches up, 6 inches up here, and go across the top. Okay, then on the right box, I'm going to be using my value scale, so I need 1 inch squares, or sections. They're not squares. So I'm going to go down from the top 1 inch, make a mark at 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, and 5 inches. I'm going to go to the left side of the box and make those same marks at 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch. Now I can draw my lines across, and I will have pretty straight lines. As I had said in class, it does not have to be perfect. Right? And when I have 5 lines, that means I have 6 boxes. Okay? The left side is going to be labeled gradient. And the right side is going to be labeled value scale. And we have our framework ready to begin. So these two, the gradient and the value scale, we're going to not just use one pencil. Over here we just use one pencil, but this time we're going to use those 3 pencils that I talked about. So it is good for you to know what the H's and the B's mean so that you can use them correctly. So I'm going to write B equals soft and it equals a darker mark. H is a harder, and that leaves a lighter mark. So up here, we want it to be the darkest, so these are going to be your B pencils. And down here, we want it to be the lightest, so we're going to leave this box blank, just like we did over here. So this is going to be your H pencils. So you're going to have 5 boxes to fill in. So in the middle of that, you would use your HB, which is your number 2. Okay? So I'm going to start up at the top, remember, with my 6B, you want to start at the top right box, and you again, just like the colored pencil or the white pencil, you do not want to use the tip. You want to use the side, and you want to hold it back away from the edge here. Hold it back, hold it nice and loose. And you're not going to try to make it as dark as it can possibly go in this box for the first layer. You're just going to do a light layer. You can see, even though it's a light layer, a light pressure on the pencil, because it is a B pencil, it has a darker mark. Just so you have a comparison, here's my H pencil. With my H pencil, with the lightest pressure I can, this is how light the H pencil is. So this gives you an advantage. If you want a really light mark, never use a B pencil. And if you want a really dark mark, never use an H pencil. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing. You're going to, first I went vertical, then I'm going to switch the orientation, and I'm going to go horizontal. Again, this is a light pressure on your pencil, okay? And then I'm going to go back another time. And so we're building up layers, just like layering up your shirts and coats and jackets to go outside on a wintry day. This is how these pencils are made to be used, okay? Once I get, this is about 4 layers in, and you can see I'm kind of getting a little sloppy here, so I can grab my eraser, if I have one. Hold on, let me get one. So I'm going to try to keep it nice and tidy by erasing anything that's outside of the box as I go, okay? Grabbing, again, my B pencil. This has 4 layers. I'm going to do a 5th and a 6th layer on here using the side of the pencil. Sometimes I twist the pencil around, use different sides, switching my direction. I do not want to see my pencil marks. They should be nice and blended together, and that is achieved by a nice light mark. Now I'm going to go down to the next one. I'm still using my B pencil, but I'm not going to put as many layers. All right, and just like we did with the white colored pencil. Okay, the right side, this value scale is nice and segmented. And then when they get pretty much even, I'm going to go back up to the other side and add, or the top box, and add another layer, maybe pressing just a little bit harder, but not too much more pressure. We really don't want to use it like a writing pencil would, where you really press down hard. Okay, and you can press, you can do a couple more. I think this is, by the end of this, I'll have 4 more. And you can see how I'm using the side of my pencil. Okay, and you can see, wow, that made a big difference. I'm going to add a little bit more darkness. So you can break out these pencils into way more than just these 6 boxes, but for our practice, we're just going to do 6 boxes. But there's a lot of different values that you can get in between these pencils. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to clean up as I go. So I'm going to come in here, do a little bit of erasing. Chefs do that too. They clean up as they go. It also gives your mind a minute to relax and refocus. Okay, so I'm okay right now with that one. I'm going to move on to my HB pencil. And again, I'm going to use the side, and you'll notice that it is harder. It's a harder lead. It's actually not lead, it's graphite. It's a harder graphite. Okay, and going in, trying to fill in those gaps. That's just 1 layer of HB. 2 layers. Now we're working on our 3rd layer. I'm going super fast for the recording here. You should take your time. Don't feel like you have to do it at my speed. Okay. Okay. Get all of those little eraser bits out of the way. My between these 2 here, you could either do your HB or your H. If you are a person that holds your pencil really tight, I would suggest doing it with your H first, because it's not going to let you get very dark. So this is a very hard pencil. You might have a 4 or a 5 or a 6. I gave out a variety, but try to do it in a way that you don't see all those pencil marks. Okay, so it's very light, and it is, the lines are very close together. And then I'm going to go to the next one and go across. Okay. Building up value layer by layer. You can definitely tell that it has a little bit different texture. The marks are finer, more defined. Okay, cleaning up as I go, just rubbing that eraser along the edge here. I'll turn it this way, rubbing that eraser along the edge. Now, if you do this and you swipe your hand like that, some of the B pencil is going to smear. Blowing is a much better option. Okay, now I'm going to go down with my 6H again, and I'm going to fill this in just a little bit. Oops, I need to go this way. And once you think you're done, you want to take a step back, maybe go get a drink or go to the bathroom or play a video game for a little bit and come back and look and see. And to me, these are very similar. So I need to distinguish this one from this one, but eraser is not really going to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my B pencil, and I'm going to add another layer here. I think I'm going to sharpen. I don't want a sharp point, but this will give me a little bit more graphite along the edge. Okay, and I'm going to do another layer here. Probably 2. One going this way, one going this way. And then another one here up top to really distinguish this from the next one down. Okay, So you're going to do this. Hopefully you're doing it with me right now. And then you're going to do the gradient. And the gradient is the same thing, only without boxes, and it should be a smooth transition. Let me show you a finished one. So here is my finished one here. Going from dark to light, fully blended. Okay. And a trick to this is if you want to use a tissue, like a Kleenex or paper towel, you can use that. Just wrap it around your finger and to blend a little bit at the end. Okay, don't blend these because these need to stair step, but this can be blended. Let me show you. So I can just take a tissue and wrap it around my finger like that, and then I can blend the graphite. You can see it gets on the tissue, and when you get down in here, you want to find a new part of the tissue to blend the lighter graphite. And I don't know if you can see it. Okay, so you might either want to change your spot on your tissue or maybe start up here. Circles is a really good way to do it. Little tiny circles, kind of like they tell you how to brush your teeth in a circle. I don't know if any of you ever do that, and that'll help you blend the graphite from light to dark. All right, so this is your assignment for today, and then it'll be due. This whole page will be due. Okay, thank you.